Okie dokie. So we'll go there. Where's the other one? This one. Excellent, that's working. Chapter 11. Couldn't remember which one we were on earlier, but now I do. Excellent. That loaded a lot quicker than usual. Good, good. So now this button. Gotcha. There we go. I was like, which way are we going now? I'm completely lost again. Dodged it once, dodged it twice. I guess third time's the charm, right? How dare you curse me with breath? Although whatever items I have on are fucking giving lightning a lot of boosts right now. But that is okay in my opinion. Oh, right. Where did you go, Switch? Click. I almost forgot to turn the chair on. There we go. Low health, but she's at 1,000. That's okay. We can live with that. Yes. Perma-stun. Oh, 30,000 damage. I'll take that. That's alright. Where am I for CP right now? Oh, I've only got 10,000. Hop, hop. Oh, I didn't hear the right part, so I just thought it said behind you. I was like, what? What's going on? What's behind me? Am I being attacked again? Yes, we're gonna board the elevator. Come on, let's go. Oh, is it? Unless it stops working properly, and then we just all die on the way down. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Oh, look, we made it all the way down. Although there's a bunch of snow here, and I feel like there was no way that that should have just rolled the way it did. See, now I'd look at Cocoon there and be like, how does it still have water if all of the water is just rolling off of it? But it's like, oh yes, summons and magic. Those are a thing. Let's keep going. I think we're close to where Vanille and Fang used to live. Or at least one of them anyways. It's amazing how much snow is here. Oh, I see something. Ah, yes. These fuckers. Let's kill it. I think this is one of the vampires? Or what they call vampires. Yes, vampire. Okay. Although they definitely don't look like vampires. At least not traditional vampires anyways. Just slap. I'm like this big, magical, evil Fal'Cie. Still haven't beaten 13 yet? When did you, how far did you get? And when did you start? And I guess how many other Final Fantasies have you played? Because those are all important questions. Especially when it comes to saying which Final Fantasy is best. Hey, Legendary, what's going on? That's always the hard part, Addy. That's always the hard part. I played them all up to 15. Oh, okay. Have you beaten them all? Or is 13 just the one that you haven't beaten yet? Good news, Legendary. I think you were one of the ones that seen my my new video from before. Or from last night, from before. So I got probably like 90% of the Tales games. So things are looking up. I also found the other Suikodens that I couldn't find. Yes, it is. Good old Final Fantasy 13. You missed yesterday. We were doing Suikoden, crafting the last 2 jobs and to 100 in Final Fantasy 14. So you're the same as me. You got to get them all maxed out. I don't have a favorite Final Fantasy, Chris. I have like a top 6 Final Fantasies. Or no, top 5. Oh, that sucks. That's definitely a very valid reason for that. I do not stream Magic the Gathering Roots. I assume that's what MTG is. It's what I always remember MTG is, unless MTG also means something else. 7, 8, and 10 for you, Roots. Yeah, no, like my 5 favorite Final Fantasies are 6, 7, 8, 9, and Tactics. Like in no specific order. Okay, that's what you did mean, Roots? Okay, perfect. That's what I thought. But yeah, no, I haven't played Magic in a very long time. Perfect. Yeah, I can't remember if 13 is on sale or not. I bought it a little while ago just to get ready for like when I beat 12. I like 10, but like 10 just isn't up there for me. Like after 9 is when I feel like they started focusing on them less, and 10 was the first one without like a world map. I know I just started the game and I'm saving already. Like I miss world maps in Final Fantasy like very, very badly. I miss getting an airship and flying around. Like I know they kind of brought that back in 15. Oh, it's $15. Yeah, I had a feeling it would have been low. 6, 7, 8, 9 in Tactics, and for 6 and 7, 6, 7, and 8, but 9 in Tactics. Oh, okay. What ones would you replace 9 in Tactics with, Chris? Yeah, no, Legendary. I was up a little late last night setting all that up, trying to make sure that all the other Tales games worked, and I ended up finding Suikoden 3 to 5, so I'm very excited to have those back in rotation. And where I've talked about Digimon World 3 so much, I think I might do that too. 10 was also the first with voice actors. Agreed. I don't mind the voice actors thing, though, because I like, if they do remakes, I find when they do remakes of games, it'd be really cool to see them add voice acting, especially when they start putting them out on, like, newer consoles. Agreed, Blink. I love Tactics. I can definitely understand why not a lot of people can get into Tactics, though, because Tactics games definitely are not for everyone. But the story for Tactics was so good. I'd love a 9 remake with voice acting. It would be really good. I was absolutely trash yesterday. Went to bed at 9 p.m., woke up at 11 a.m. today. Oh, man. Had a good day, eh? I would replace 9 with 12 and tactics with 16. Oh, okay, okay. I'm not a huge fan of 12's battle mechanics. Like, I don't like the way their combat is. Story's good, and I love the hunt system for 12. I feel like the hunt system for 12 should, like, come back. Like, I like having those, like, extra enemies to go for. They voice acted 3 and 4 for the DS port. Wait, oh, okay, okay. Good to know, Roots, good to know. Gonna have to heal right quick. And 16, I like the combat for 16, but I'm not far enough in 16 to really judge it yet. I just started it and then stopped because I was like, wait. I was like, I'm doing all of the Final Fantasies. I was like, I can't just do, like, one Final Fantasy, like, whatever Final Fantasy I'm on, and 16, plus, you know, the other game I'm playing. Control, what's going on, my guy? I think 14 was... 14 is very long, but, like, 14 has to be long. Like, it's an MMO. Like, they gotta keep people interested. They gotta keep updating it. Oh, yeah, like, I think 12 was great, but, like, the combat system was the thing that really, like, turned me off of it for, like being up there higher in my list for Final Fantasy. Like, still, 12 was still good. Still enjoyed 12, but, like, the combat was just too different for me. In Canuckland. It was good, it was good. The last couple streams have been really good. I got some, like, there was a lot of gifts on TikTok, and I had some donations on Twitch, so I managed to get a couple more games for stream. I picked up the, why am I forgetting their names now? The Octopath Traveler games. And, I was kind of sad when I found out, definitely gonna love Metaphor, I bet. And I was looking to do all the Tales games for stream and all the Suikoden games, because I know Suikoden has a remake or a remaster of 1 and 2 coming out in March. But, like, I didn't have them and I couldn't find them on, like, Steam or console or anything. But I managed to I managed to find some good emulators for the ones that I can't find anywhere. So, like, I'm psyched. That gives me, like, fucking almost 16, like, I think it's like 11 or 15 games that I have for Tales, and then 5 for Suikoden, so, like, a lot more content, plus, obviously, the Octopath Traveler games we're also going to do. I played a little bit of the Persona games, Addy. I really do enjoy, like, the turn-based, and, like, the art style is so good, so I might do those if I manage to get all of those, but I feel like those are going to be... a ways to go. Is who Eggman? Am I Eggman? I could be Eggman. I don't think I'm as inventive. Or as crazy. The Dragon Quest. Oh, yeah, Dragon Quest. Right. I knew there was a set of games roots that I was forgetting to look for, so I'll have to look for those next. New gaming mouse and keyboard and sunglasses. Sweet. New gaming mouse and keyboard is always good. Always good. 130 hours to plat. Metaphor. Nice. Persona 5 was really good. I think Persona 5 is the only Persona that I have, because I think it came for free on PlayStation, or it came with, like, the PS5 bundle. I can't remember which. Royal Edition and Persona 4 Golden. Oh, okay. But no, like, the Persona games, like, from the little bit I've played of 5, but, like, where I like to play all of them before I get to, like, the newer ones, I wanna... What's going on over there? Oh, I probably jumped down over there. Okay, perfect. I like to play all of the other ones before I actually get into, like, the new stuff. Oh, tell them I say hi as well, Legendary. I want to buy Fallout 3 or New Vegas. Oh, they're both good. Go for New Vegas. Go for New Vegas first. New Vegas is great. Bartandalus 2. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played this, I can't remember if he comes back or not. They're like Final Fantasy. Oh, they're each standalone? Okay. I'd still want to do them in order, just because, like, as opposed to getting, like, all the new stuff they implemented into, like, the combat and, like, gameplay, just to see, like, where they came from. Because, like, it was the same way, what series did I do? It was, like, when I did, God of War, because you can kind of play the new, like, the two new God of War games and not play the other ones, because they kind of hint at it. Persona Roots. Yeah. Playing through Dragon Age Valgard for the first time. I'm enjoying Valgard. I was like very surprised at like the combat difference that they decided to go with, but like everything's going very active combat. Like I'm not disappointed in it. It's not bad. It's very interesting. I like the kind of like team up moves and stuff that they have. I'm gonna kill this thing in here. Oh, the bridge fight. Right. Just started 2. I heard mechanically 1 was a hot mess, but that's what makes it fun. Is just like going through the giant hot mess of the first game, and it makes you appreciate the newer ones. But that's another reason why I like it, because it's like when I played all the God of War games and when I went through all of the Assassin's Creed games. Like when you start them off and you're like, oh my god, like it makes you appreciate like the good things that they put into them, because like I enjoyed like all the Assassin's Creed games I played and I beat them all, and I'm probably gonna go back and slowly start to platinum them all one at a time. But like going from the first one and like slowly going through them when they started to like improve on like the parkour and the climbing and stuff, it really made me appreciate the newer ones when it comes to like some of the movements. And I was just like, why? It's like so good now. There, armor 100, blacksmith last. Yeah, I beat all the Assassin's Creed games up to Mirage. I didn't do it on stream though. It was one of the ones I was doing like off stream, because the first one I played was Assassin's Creed 1. But I never beat it, and like it was like obviously it was on my old Xbox, and but the first one like I was really excited for was when Valhalla came out, because you know Vikings and I like Vikings. So I got that. I platinumed I platinumed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then Mirage was coming out, and I seen the preview for Shadows, and I was like, oh, sweet, like, ninjas. I was like, of course. I was like, I want to play ninjas. So I was like, you want to know what? I was like, I don't really know what the fuck is going on. I'm going to play them all. So I found, like, Assassin's Creed 1 for, like, $7 on Steam, and it was slightly after they did the revamp of the PlayStation Plus stuff, where they got the games catalog, and, like, 90% of the Assassin's Creed games were in the catalog. So I was like, you want to know what? I'm just going to play them all. I'm going to start them from the first one, and I'm just going to fucking go from there. So I beat the first one all the way up to Mirage, and that includes finishing all of the maps. So I haven't platinumed them yet, but like where I have the maps finished, there's only like a few things I really have to do. I prefer Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 presentation to 3. Oh, okay. Just like the modern day aesthetic. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha. I do not know why Assassin's Creed 1 was a hot mess, Roots. I can understand that. Like, I like the way like some of the main characters a lot more from like the first couple Assassin's Creeds. Although like some of the stories and stuff were really good for the new ones, and like they're like, which one was it? I forget her name now. The one with the where you're like the kind of like the Spartan. I picked the female protagonist for that one, and I can't remember her name. I think it was like Cassandra or something like that. Hey, Neo, what's going on? But like I really enjoyed that one. Like, oh, always good to have you in. Always good to have you in. The new Final Fantasies aren't Final Fantasies. like I don't find they're as well put together as the old ones. Like especially with the change in like combat style. So like I'm very iffy on the new Final Fantasy, and I'm not saying they're bad. Like I really enjoy them. But, like, in terms of... Like, I still consider them Final Fantasies. They're still well written. The character design is still excellent. It was a test for the parkour engine. Oh, for the PS3 Prince of Persia. Okay. But, like, I just find they're, like, in terms of, like, combat and, like, playstyle, they're vastly, vastly different. But, like, in terms of story and character design, they're still very much a Final Fantasy. They still have all the good points that a Final Fantasy does. But I found they went, like, too far away gameplay-wise with how Final Fantasy usually is. Like, because if you look at the Star Ocean games, like, Star Ocean, same, made by, it's another Square franchise, and the way the game plays is almost 100% the same. Like, don't get me wrong, they changed some things, they upgraded some stuff, they added some things, which Okay, I was like, I thought I heard a chest. Which I expect from a game, because, you know, you gotta be innovative, you gotta add some stuff. It's more Enix than Square. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct in that terms, Roots, because, like, they didn't... I don't think they were involved with the first one or two, I can't remember. But then, obviously, they got a hold of this, and, like, they're now the proprietors of it. But, yeah, like, 100%, like, it's mainly Enix and Tri-Ace. But, like, their combat style hasn't changed, like, really. Like, it's still fairly similar. The crafting takes, like, a little tweak here and there, only with till the end of time. Oh, okay, gotcha. But, like, they tweak things a little bit at a time. Like, obviously, the brand new one for PS5 is, like, leaps and bounds, like, past the other ones. Like, I'm not saying it's better than the other ones, but, like, they've added so much to it, like the weird gliding system that they put in, which is really great for traversing things, especially with the way maps are now. And stuff like that. But, like, I love them all the same. But, like, their combat style is pretty much 100% the same as it used to be. They just added, like, a couple new things to it, which is, like, the way I think you should go when you're doing a franchise like that. Is, like, you need to stick to your roots for the most part, and then improve on those roots as opposed to doing what they did for 15 and 16, where they just completely, like, threw out their combat system and just went with what everybody else is going with. Like, don't get me wrong, it's slightly different from, like, some of the other, like, action combat games out there, like, an action-adventure RPGs and stuff. But for the most part, like, it's just a hack and slash. It's very, like, kind of, like, almost like Devil May Cry. Like, I've heard a lot of other people say that as well, like, in chat when talking about 15 and 16. Like, they're very, like, almost Devil May Cry-esque. Which is alright. Like, I'm a big fan of Devil May Cry, but that's because Devil May Cry is Devil May Cry. Like, that's the way that game is set up to be played. Like, when you go back and play all the Devil May Crys, it's the same combat, just improved on. Which is what I think they should have did with the newer Final Fantasies. And like I've said this before on stream, I don't mind if they do that for, like, offshoot games, like when Crisis Core came out and the combat was completely different. I fucking love Crisis Core. Crisis Core is great and a ton of fun. But, like, it's an offshoot game. And, like, 7... I would have liked the 7 remake to be turn-based, but, like, the 7 remake is kind of like an alternate universe to Final Fantasy 7, because the story is, like, a little tweaked, it's expanded on, there's new things in it, it's kind of going the same direction, but with, like, some obviously noticeable differences for anybody who's, like, played the original. But, like, so, like, I'm not, is this, yeah, it's the OG 13, Ryan. So, like, I'm not upset that they changed the combat system for the 7 remake, because, like, it's not the original. It's not a remaster, so they didn't... And it's not, like, the mainline game, so, like, I'm like, you know, that's fine. Like, they're trying something new. They did a good job on it. It's the same thing when they brought out Final Fantasy. I'm trying to remember. The Origin one, where it's the prequel to 1, but it's like it's a Souls-like game. Well, this is chapter 11. It's like all the foul seas and stuff like that, and like all the sea variants. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous looking, right? Strangers of Paradise. That's it. Thank you, Storm. But like, I love Strangers of Paradise. Like, I'm not a huge Souls-like person, so like the combat was a little bit to get used to. Like, and it's their like obviously it's their Souls-like variant, but like the story for Strangers of Paradise, oh my god. And that reveal at the end, love it. Love it to death. And like I knew it was a prequel to 1, or like I thought it was a remake to 1 at first, but then like as you play it, you're like, yeah, like the Jack Garland was too cool. That was too good. Like at the end of it, and I was like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna take over. I'm like, it gives so much more like depth to Final Fantasy 1 where you're like, oh my god, like we've been led to believe that Garland from Final Fantasy 1 is the bad guy, but he's really not. And like if like you can look at Final Fantasy 1 now with like kind of like different eyes, I guess. I just got Final Fantasy 15 on Steam Winter Sale. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love 15 as well. Like like where we were talking about the hunts from 12, like 15 kind of brought back like the hunt system from 12. So like that was a nice addition. Although I feel like, well, obviously they got to let you like unlock them in slow progression. They can't just give you them all, right? Final Fantasy as much as the next 1980s baby. Same. Legend of Dragon. Like, I'd love to see a remake or at least a remaster of Legend of Dragoon, but like I don't want them to change the combat. I really don't. Like the edition system was just so good. Like do something to tweak it. Like don't give us an action style combat. Give us like another like turn-based kind of thing, but like tweak it. Make the action style like a little bit more interactive or something like that for the editions. Like if they change it too much, they're gonna ruin it. Like Dragoon was such a unique experience for an RPG. The last Souls that is coming out in 25 is gonna be FF meets Devil May Cry style. And okay. I haven't seen anything about that. He has a volcano. But like that's what I mean. Like the edition system was fucking so good. Like the way their combat was in Dragoon. Like yes, it was like turn based, but there was like so many things that they added to like tweak it just a little bit. Like the Dragoon transformations mid battle were fucking so good. The additions were awesome. The magic that you could cast when you were in Dragoons, like basically all their skills being like mini fucking cutscenes, was so good. The addition progression system, like, still need to finish Strangers of Paradise. It's really, really good Legendary, and like the reveal at the end and just like figuring out why the way things are, so good. Again, I don't like the like picking the different places to go. Like they definitely could have did a lot better with that. Like it's got its flaws, but it's such a good story for the game. And if you're a Souls-like person, it's probably something like a Souls-like person would really enjoy. But like I feel like their mainline series, and I know they're not going to. Like I've discussed this with people before. I wish they go back to turn-based for the main line, like the numbered Final Fantasy series, but I know it's not going to happen. It upsets me. But I'll still play the other Final Fantasies because they never disappoint me. They've always got good stories. They've always got fun gameplay, and like the different things they add into them. So I've never been disappointed in a Square game ever. And I doubt they're gonna disappoint me anytime soon. Obviously, like, in terms of where they go with their games. Some I find like subpar as like when you put them up against some of the other games they've put out. But that's like any that's like any series from a company. Like you're gonna have your favorites, and then there's gonna be ones that just don't measure up. Like once you hit that like part with a company where you're like this is where this company was peak, and the rest of it's just not gonna compare. I think Souls-like games are for tryhards. Too difficult for your old hands. I'm trying to think. Where was that? I like Souls-like games